Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Maria Rees-Ahmed. I'm the Curriculum Manager for Hair and Beauty at the Tottenham campus. And my colleague here is Maria.
Good afternoon, everybody. You can probably hear me in the background, but you can see Maria, and I'll be on screen soon.
I'll bring you on screen as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Oh, it keeps flipping on and off. Modern technology for you, everybody.
Well, it's nice to see that we actually have some people that have joined us here today. Myself and Maria are going to go through some of the courses that we deliver here at Capital City College. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the different levels. So the level 1 courses, level 2 courses, level 3 courses, some level 4 and level 5. So if we talk you through the courses on offer, the units that they have within those courses, how many assignments there are, how many exams there are for each of the qualifications. And then what we'll do is if you have any questions, if you type your questions in the question and answer box, whichever one of us is talking, the other one will go through and read out your questions, and then hopefully we'll be able to answer all of your questions for you. Can everyone hear us? Somebody just puts a thumbs up in the questions and answers. Oh, we've got a hello. Hello.
Lovely.
Okay, so if I start off with some of our level 1 qualifications that we deliver at all of the sites. So we have level 1 hair and beauty. This qualification is a starting point in our industry and will cover some hairdressing skills, some beauty skills and some nail skills. So if you're a learner and not really sure which pathway you want to take, this is a very good course to kind of start you off. Quite often people think, oh, I want to do hairdressing, and then they do this course and they think, oh no, I'm much better at beauty. I prefer to do beauty or prefer to do nails. So it's a really good start off course to do. Okay, so on this qualification, we have Introduction to Hair and Beauty. We have presenting a professional image. We have style hair, pedicure treatments, temporary colour, salon reception duties, hand care, nail art, create an image where you put all of those units together to create one final look that you also create a mood board for. We have skincare, shampoo and conditioning, makeup, and plaiting and twisting. So all of these units are a part of this course. You have to complete all of the units to be able to complete the course and achieve successfully. There are assignments for every one of these units that I've just named, and then there is one exam. So does anyone have any questions about this qualification? Would anybody like to ask anything else about this level 1 hair and beauty qualification?
Okay, if we talk a little bit about delivery, it's delivered here face-to-face on site, so you'll be attending college. If you are 16 to 18-year-olds, you'll also be doing your maths and English alongside, unless you've managed to acquire a level 4 at school. If you achieve a level 1 to 3, you can still apply and do the level 1 hair and beauty course, but you will be doing maths and English here at college. Everybody who's 16 to 18 in all colleges has to do maths and English. That's part of what the government funding, and the government wants everybody to have their GCSE maths and English to allow employment and move on in life, as it were, and hopefully one day own your own salons as well. So maths and English is compulsory. You'll be doing the course is what we call modular. So you'll be doing each unit that Maria mentioned, and after each one, you'll do your assignment, you'll do your exam, and you'll be doing treatments on each other. So from day one, you'll be working on each other, just like you would in the real industry. So from the moment you walk in through the door, you feel like you are a beauty therapist, a hairdresser, and the expectations are that you will be working on each other. You may work on clients as well that we bring in for you. So it's very hands-on, and it's 50% theory and 50% practical. So that's the actual delivery model. And the days can be anything from 2.5 to 3 days a week, depending on your maths and English recommendations that you have to do as well. Any questions on any of that, the delivery or anything you want clarification on, or you want me to repeat?
There's a question in the chat asking how many days a week would the course be?
It varies depending on whether you do maths and English. So as an adult, you may be in 2.5 days. As 16 to 18-year-olds, you may be in 3 full days a week. So it does depend on age, etc. But you do need to be prepared. It's college. So the day starts at 9 and it may not finish till 5 o'clock. And obviously you've got your lunch breaks and everything in between, but they are full 3 days that you'll be here at college, and it does class as a full-time course. And the other 2 days in the week are for you to do some work experience and obviously get all your homework and everything done. So it's quite flexible.
Practical days in the salon, you will be required to wear uniform. We're not allowed to carry out any assessments unless learners are in uniform. That's an awarding body requirement. If you're in your beauty classes, you're not allowed to wear acrylic nails or gel nails. They have to be off, and another awarding body requirement. No eyelashes. So while doing any of our courses in beauty or nails, there will be no eyelashes, there will be no nails. So, if you wear individual lashes, if you wear cluster lashes, they won't be allowed. So you have to kind of get into the habit of wearing strip lashes. So you've got your strip lashes on, you come to your practical class, you take your strip lashes off, you leave the class, you put your strip lashes back on. So that way you've still got your lashes, but not while you're doing your beauty practical sessions, because they're just not allowed.
So we teach you how to do it, and you do it to everybody else, but you're not allowed to have them on for yourself. And that's because the awarding body wants everybody to be extremely professional. So you look exactly like the girls do when you see them in spas, when you see them on the posters, etc. It's very much about looking very professional and looking very neat and tidy, etc. So you will be doing it to everyone else, and you can do what you like at the weekends and at half term. And as Maria says, if you get really good at strip lashes, you'll be absolutely fine. You can always pop them on before you go home.
Someone's saying they can't hear anything.
Yeah, there's a question about can you talk a bit about the level 2 beauty course?
Okay, we're going through the level 1 the level 1 courses, and then we will go on to the level 2 beauty. So we're going to kind of do it in stages, and then that way we'll get to cover all of the courses. So we've just covered the level 1 hair and beauty. So the next course that we do across centres is the level 1 beauty, which is a standalone beauty qualification. And on this qualification, you do a introduction to hair and beauty. You have, again, presenting a professional image, the art of photographic makeup, manicures, pedicures, working with others in the industry, creating an image, again, which is using all of the skills that you've learned to create one total final look, salon reception duties, nail art, skincare, makeup, themed face painting, and health and safety. And then this qualification, again, has assignments for every one of the units, and there is one exam as part of this qualification also. Again, all of the other regulations apply: uniform, no nails, no lashes. It will interfere with your assessments if we're not adhering to those awarding body regulations. Maria, have you got anything else to say on the level 1?
No.
Beauty. Do we have any questions about the level 1 beauty? So again, the level 1 beauty, how many days a week? If you're 16 to 18 and you don't have your grade 4 and above in your English and your maths, it would be 3 full days. If you have your grade 4 and above in either the English or the maths, it could then be either 2.5 days, 1 full day for practical and 2 half days for the theory days. If you're an adult, it would be the 1 day, full day practical and then 2 half days for the theory. So it would be 2 days in total for 19 plus. Let's have a look. Any other questions? Okay, so the other level 1 qualification we have is level 1 hairdressing. So again, this is literally just all hairdressing based. We have health and safety, intro to the health and to the hair and beauty industry, working with others, presenting a professional image, shampoo and conditioning, application of temporary colour, styling hair using hairdressing techniques, the art of dressing hair, create an image, again, putting all of the skills together to create a final look, salon reception duties, maintain retail displays, style hair using barbering techniques and plaiting and twisting. And this qualification has assignments for each of the units and 3 exams. And this would be the same for, again, if you're 16 to 18, the course will be 1 full day practical, 2 half day theory sessions. And if you do not have grade 4 and above for your English and maths, the other 2 half days will be your English and maths for your resits. If you have grade 4 and above in either English or maths, it may be that you have one and don't have the other. You would still need to resit your GCSEs until you have grade 4 and above for both. And then if you're an adult, again, it's 1 full day practical and then 2 half days for your theory.
Okay, and we'll be moving on to the level 2 beauty, and we'll also answer your questions regarding level 3 and also how you can mix across the pathways. So we are keeping an eye on your questions, but one that we can do now with regards to uniform, we supply the tunic. So you will be wearing a tunic similar to the ones they wear at the dentist, etc., the ones you see in the beauty salons. And the tunic goes for hairdressing learners and beauty learners. And then all you need to buy for yourselves is either, I call them black school trousers, so not leggings, jeans, or leatherette or anything. So plain black cotton trousers, synthetic trousers, etc., the ones that you'd wear for school, and plain black shoes. So that's all we require you to buy. And then we supply the tunics, which once you've enrolled and you're on timetable, we order for you based on your size. So all you need to supply, as I said, is a trousers. You can wear a long skirt, you can wear trousers, and plain black shoes. So we provide those. So I can answer that one there now.
So in our level 2 beauty qualifications, we cover units for skincare, for waxing, eye treatments, skin tanning, makeup, client care, manicures, pedicures, and health and safety. Each of these units have an assignment, and there are 11 exams in total for the level 2 qualification. Are there any questions for the level 2 qualification? Again, the level 2 qualification in beauty. So we have, again, over 3 days or 2 days for adults. So 2 full days for adults, 3 days for 16 to 18s. Again, if you have your English and Maths grade 4 and above, you would only need to attend morning sessions or afternoon sessions, depending on what group that you were added to. At the Finsbury Park Centre, they have fast track level 2, which is for adults. So adults 19 plus can join fast track group and complete a level 2, which would then progress into a level 3. So the fast track groups at Finsbury Park are held over, so they're for 3 full days. And those are for 19 plus.
With level, I've got a few questions here asking, I think it was for level 2 beauty and one for level 3 2 hair. Yes, you can do the level 2 courses without having to do the level 1. They stand alone. So level 1 is a foundation course. Level 2 is where you gain your license to work. So that's where once you've completed your level 2 beauty therapy, you can then work for yourselves, carrying out the treatments that you've learned in the units that Maria covered for you. And you can also then progress on to level 3. Level 2 is your starting. You can gain insurance, you can go out to work, and you can also then progress on to level 3 if you want to. You can do level 2 without having done level 1. However, that's something that we decide once you come in and you meet us, and we can join during enrolment, or by all means come to one of the talks that both me and Maria are holding at our own centres, and Deborah. You can pop in and see us. You can transfer between the 3 depending on which centre you go into, and then we can give you complete details of where you sit. What course you join depends on your level of English. It depends on your prior qualifications, and it's a decision we make in conversation with yourselves. So there is, you can do level 2 without necessarily doing level 1, but it's not open to everybody. And that is a conversation that we would have with you on a face-to-face level. There's a question here regarding children, so I can answer that at the moment, because again, that applies to level 1 and level 2. The courses are, the days that the courses run, and they do run a full day, they will start at 9 and they will finish at 5. A number of our parents, shall we say our adults, are parents, and some of our youngsters are parents as well, or they have responsibilities for caring for adults, etc. Because of that, we very rarely can we do adult friendly hours. If we can, we do. However, we do stress that the courses need to run from 9 to 5, but they are only either 2.5 days or 3 days. And again, we can discuss that better when you're here visiting us in our departments. And unfortunately, someone's just asked, can I wear black closed Crocs? Unfortunately not, because they're open on the back. They do need to be proper closed shoes. And again, that's for health and safety reasons.
Okay, so then we also have level 2 barbering, which we deliver at the Tottenham Centre. So in the level 2 barbering, we have style hair using barbering techniques, cut men's hair, client consultation, health and safety, working in the hair and beauty, or working in the hair industry, colour and lighten hair, shampoo and conditioning, salon reception duties, promoting products and services, create an image, cut facial hair, and provide scalp massage. And then with this qualification, again, there are assignments for each of the units, and then 7 exams. So everything that we're telling you, so all of the units, all of the assignments, and all of the exams need to be completed for you to achieve your qualification successfully. If there's anything that's left out, then you wouldn't have achieved the qualification. So it is, you do need to know from the beginning, these are the units that you are doing, these are the amount of observations you need to achieve, this is the assignment that you need to complete, and these are the exams that you need to sit. They all, each unit has credits, and each credit or each qualification has a certain amount of credits that you need to achieve to pass the qualification. So each of the units that we give you gives you the minimum required credits to pass the whole qualification. So you can't come in and pick and choose which units you want to do and which bits you don't. Literally, you have to be able to do all of the qualification, all of the units, all of the exams, all of the assignments, and then this will be a successful completion for the qualifications.
We've had people ask if they can do level 3 without doing level 2. In beauty therapy, level 3 is a progression of level 2. So level 2 is where you learn, as Maria covered, all those waxing, your manicures, your pedicures, your eye treatments, small units in makeup and your skincare. Level 3 is where you then progress on to doing your facial and body electrical treatments. So we then start entering the advanced treatment domain, if you like, and that's also where you do body massage. So to work in the industry, to work as a spa therapist, to carry out, to own your own salon for the majority of the boroughs around London, you need to possess level 2 for the foundation treatments, your waxing, your manicures, your pedicures, and then you need to possess level 3 before you can gain a license to open a salon in the majority of the London boroughs. So level 3 is where you gain your license to do massage, which you can then progress holistically into alternative therapies. It's where you start beginning to build up to move into the aesthetics world. There's a question there regarding level 4. Deborah's not here today for level 4, but with your level 4 qualification, there are various pathways that are being developed now. So there's the level 4, which involves laser, cosmetology, science. But there's also a qualification which has just been released into the industry, which is a pathway. But again, it still combines level 2 and level 3 beauty, and then leads into a pathway. So you've then got your level 4 pathway, and that leads into aesthetics. It's an awful lot of information to take on today. So ideally, if you do have time, please come in and see us on an open day, make an appointment one-to-one. If you go back onto the webpage, you can actually book in to come and see us on a one-to-one basis now and sit in with us and actually speak to one of us, and we can really explain all the different pathways. Yes, there are lots of people who jump straight into aesthetics, never had done beauty, and then they find themselves unable to gain a license or open a salon in the borough because they don't have their level 3. They've not done the health and safety foundation courses. They've not done their anatomy and physiology, and they're not deemed safe enough to open their own salon and gain a license. So ideally, come in and see us, and then we can answer all your questions.
There is a new level 3 pathway into aesthetics, which is a fast track course, which is a 3 full days. Depending on some of the courses that you've done in the past, that may lead you straight into that. But again, it's having that one-to-one conversation and with the tutors to find out, you know, if you're able or if you're capable to do this level. But going up for level 4s and level 5s without having the level 3 qualifications in either the aesthetics or the beauty or the hairdressing, it wouldn't allow you, because at level 2 and level 1 you get the basics of A&P, so the anatomy and physiology. Because at the level 3, because it's more advanced anatomy and physiology, if you don't have the basics, you have nothing, you have no building blocks to build on. So that would be, you know, quite a struggle. So this is why you need the building blocks. So the level 2 going into level 3, going into level 4, going up to level 5. You know, you will need these pathways, but these can be discussed with you in more detail when you come to see us.
I've got a question regarding a level 2 student was asked regarding her actual assessments. Yes, you do work on clients. You do not complete your qualification by working on just mannequins. You start working on mannequins. Obviously, you've got to learn somewhere. We don't ask you to cut somebody's hair on day 1, but eventually you do have to do clients. The only way you can pass your qualification is by showing us and showing the awarding body that you are able to work on different types of hair, different types of texture, different types of haircuts, etc. So over a course of a year, you will have done, I think, correct me, Maria, 8 different haircuts before you can claim your qualification. And that's not including colouring, highlighting. So when we send you out at the end of the year, you are fully qualified to start work in a hairdressing salon, and you have all the skills. Not only that, but you can say to somebody, I have worked on everything from a type 3, very, very curly hair, right down to very fine treated hair, etc. So you are to gain your qualification, you will be exposed and expected to work on clients. And the same goes for beauty therapy. You will again be doing you start off straight away working on each other. There's no work on mannequins in beauty therapy. You can't work on a plastic hand to do a manicure. So you will be working on each other. And at the end of the day, you'll be in the industry working on humans. So you start off working on each other and eventually we bring in clients. So when you leave here, you've got so much confidence that you're ready to go out into the industry, work in a salon, work for yourselves, etc., and achieve what you've set out to do. Someone's asking about level 3 nails, Maria.
So level 3 nails is delivered at Finsbury Park. So that's a full-time course. Again, I would imagine that's over the 3 days. And if you're 16 to 18 and you're on a level 3 qualification, then you would probably still have to do your English and maths if you haven't got your grade 4 and above. Again, you would need to have done your level 2 in nail services before you then go on to the level 3, because it's more advanced techniques. Unless you've worked in a salon and you have experience already, like hairdressing. If you've been working in a hairdressing salon for many years and you have all of the practical skill and experience, sometimes it's then possible to go straight into a level 3 hairdressing qualification because of your past experiences. But if you're new to hairdressing, you can't then go straight into level 3 if you haven't done the basics. Because if you're learning to cut 8 different types of hair or 8 cuts at level 2, if you haven't learnt those basic cuts, you then can't go straight into the advanced cutting techniques at level 3. If you haven't learned how to perm at level 2, you then can't go straight into the advanced perming techniques at level 3. So you do need those basics, unless you've already been working in a salon for many years and have all of the experience, but now just need the qualification.
We will be going back through, because a few of you have said you can't hear our answers or you've missed questions, etc. So we will go back through all the questions and answer them all individually. Quite a few of you are asking about times and dates. Until the timetables have been confirmed, we don't have the days at the moment. We have the amount of days, but we haven't got the exact dates until we've got all our salons and timetables in. But again, that information should be coming out. You can always come in and speak to us and we will, give you the dates, etc. And they
should be different across each centres, because I might do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Maria might do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Deborah at Finsbury Park might do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there will be a range of days. So I think what you need to do is, find out what courses are, or which courses are on which days, which ones are the most suitable for you, and then look at that campus to have to do that coursing. So there's always going to be days that may be suitable for you.
So just to confirm, because people are asking about how many days, as Maria said, the courses are level 1, level 2 and level 3. They are over 3 days a week. And they can run from 9 to 5. If you do not need to do GCSE maths or English, if you are over 19 years of age and you already have a grade 4, then you will be in one morning, one full day and one afternoon. There's no evening courses running at the moment. So your times will be 9 o'clock till approximately 1:30, from 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and your 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock. That's if you are exempt and you do not need to do GCSEs as an adult, 19 plus, or you already have grade 4. Otherwise, the expectation is that you will be in 3 days a week and you will be here from 9 till 5. Those of you who are doing a level 2 course and a level 3, we also have a work experience element that we bring in. And one day of those weeks, you will be out in a salon gaining experience and building up on the skills that you already have, working with clients, building up your communication, and again, building up your confidence. And a lot of our learners progress straight on from the salons. They start as a work experience and they start their careers in those salons. And it's wonderful when they come back and show us that they're salon owners themselves. With the level 4, a few of you are asking, we can cover it today. The level 4 diploma course covers laser and light therapy rejuvenation. It covers science, it covers cosmetology, it covers business management. And that's a full-time course which runs from September all the way through to June. It approximately runs over 2 or 3 days a week, depending on timetabling. The shorter course starts in January and covers just the laser units. That's just light hair rejuvenation, skin rejuvenation, and that normally covers 2 days a week, and that runs from January through to June. Any other level 4 advanced courses are normally 1 day a week, and for those you will need to have a look at the actual syllabus because there have been changes this year.
Well, I know that, so at Finsbury Park, the level 4s and level 5s at the moment are being delivered at Finsbury Park. So they have enhanced eyebrows and microblading at level 4. They're doing a level 4 certificate in skin needling, level 4 certificate in skin peeling, level 4 in diploma in advanced beauty therapy, which Maria just spoke about. They also have level 4 diploma in salon management, and that is a level 4 with a hairdressing pathway, which specialises in hair and scalp conditions. They have level 5 certificate in laser tattoo removal and level 5 certificate in non-surgical aesthetic procedures for skin rejuvenation. But with those level 4 and level 5 qualifications, again, the majority of those qualifications, you will need to have gone through your level 2, your level 3 to then progress and advance into the level 4 and level 5 qualifications.
We've got a question here regarding work experience. Work experience is for it's encouraged for all ages, so adults as well as young. For those learners who are under 18, it's compulsory. It's part of their learning programme. For those who are over 18 and 19, it's encouraged because it's a great way of gaining the skills that are needed. And also a lot of salons nowadays ask for experience. So you can actually achieve it while you're here at college. Somebody asked about days. It is actually in addition to your 3 days. So your 3 days are here in the salon, in the college, and then your 4th day will be out in industry. And then your 5th days for doing your work, etc. In terms of payment, we've got a lot of adults asking if we have to pay for their course. Your funding, etc., depends on borough to borough. It depends on your individual circumstances. So with that, again, once you've made your application, once you've come in and you've spoken to us, as a college, we have been quite forward facing, and we've managed to get a number of our adult courses funded, but year on year out, depending on what the government releases, etc., you may be required to get a loan. But it's not one answer for everybody. That's something that you find out when you come to enrol. You can speak to our admissions team and they'll have more information on that.
Yeah, so when you come to enrol and then we place you on the course that you've chosen, you will then go to the admissions team, and then they have a fee assessor, and then they will go through all of your own personal circumstances, finances and stuff like that, and then they will tell you if the course is free, if you have to pay, if you have to apply for a loan, and then all the support that you would then need would be available at that point.
Okay, we've got a question here, Maria, regarding theatrical special effects and media makeup at level 3. Will they have needed to do the level 2 before they can do the level 3?
No, so with the level 3, the theatrical media makeup, normally the pathway route for that is you either have some background in beauty, you have some background in hairdressing, or we have learners that come through the fashion route or like the media makeup route. So it wouldn't be that you've never done anything before, you want to go straight into theatrical media makeup. You would have some kind of background in beauty, in hairdressing, or in fashion, or film, television, something like that, because then that would support that qualification. So in that qualification, I mean, their units are camouflage makeup, create an image, again, the total look, fashion photographic makeup, apply prosthetic and bald caps, style and dress hair, health and safety, airbrush makeup, style and fit prosthetic or postiches, media makeup, client care and communication. And then they have assignments for each of those units that I've just mentioned, and they have 6 exams to complete that qualification. In that course, a lot of our learners in this qualification this year, they have participated in or collaborated with fashion learners, fashion shows across the campuses, the different campuses within the college group. They've collaborating now with our hair and beauty, you know, our hairdressing end of year show, so that they work with film and television. They've been to the Mosaic Soho campus. They've started doing their media makeup using the green screens over at the Mosaic Soho. So it's that step into theatre work, television work, film work. So if that's the kind of pathway that you're wanting to take, this is a very good course to help you into that industry. But majority of learners do come in with a background from hairdressing, from beauty, from fashion, from, you know, so any kind of media makeup, photographic makeup.
Okay, we've got somebody asking, between, if you're 16 to 18, then most courses are funded. Somebody's asking about the advanced courses up to the age of 16 to 18. Yes, they are funded, because it's the equivalent of you going to do your BTEC, doing your A levels, or moving on to do your degree. So yes, normally anything under the age of 18 is funded. Again, that's something that the admissions team will be able to help you with. Somebody's asking about doing a fast-paced course as an adult for level 3 without having to do level 1 and 2. Again, you can do a fast-paced level 3 course. However, it's still a combination of level 2 and level 3, and it's the access pathway into level 4, which then leads you on. But the awarding body and the industry are asking that all therapists who want to do level 4, there is no shortcut. They need you to have your foundation in anatomy and physiology. They need you to be aware of all your health and safety, etc. You cannot piggyback. You can do it. You know, if you want to get qualification that you can use internationally, we deliver the VTCT qualifications. They're recognised across the world. You can use them aboard cruise ships. You can work abroad with them. Dubai is not the place to be at the moment. However, they're recognised in China. They're recognised across the whole of the Middle East, all the European countries, etc. And even in America, they're recognised. For working in spas, for opening your own salons, and for working in the industry. But to achieve the VTCT qualification at that level, there's expectations. And they do require that everybody's gone through their health and safety, they've gone through their anatomy and physiology, starting at level 2 and building. So there are pathways which condense things, but they're not negotiable, not with VTCT.
I'm seeing a question here from somebody who said that they are studying ESOL and they do that 3 days a week. And then how many days do they need to attend? So if you are 19 plus and you're an ESOL student, there are some short courses that are entry 3 level 1 for hairdressing, beauty or barbering pathways. And these are for these will range from about 10 weeks to 10 weeks to 16 weeks, and they're only 1 day a week. So these are good pathways to attend. If you're an ESOL student and you're attending your ESOL classes for 3 days a week, it may be possible to attend one of these shorter courses, which is only 1 day a week, and it's a very good entry point for adults to attend. Because if you have if you do the course and then you find that it's, you know, yes, this is definitely what you want to do going forward, once you've then completed your ESOL courses, you can then come and then join our level 1 full-time courses, because now you're not doing the 3 days of ESOL, you would then be doing the 3 days of the hair beauty qualifications, and you may still be able to join some of the ESOL shorter courses, but the part-time ones. So either the mornings, the afternoons, or the evenings. So there's always ones that kind of work around our short courses. So it is that's a very good pathway as well for ESOL learners.
With regards, loads of you are asking about enrolment, which is lovely. We will start the enrolment process in August once the GCSE results come out. So once you see the college is open, if you've put your application in, hence it's lovely to see you all here today and answer your questions. Enrolments will start in August. You'll receive an email. If by any chance you do not receive an email, computers glitch, and we've experienced it today with some of you not being able to hear. As soon as you see any of the centres that you are interested in, we will open our gates in August. Once we are open, please come in. If you do not receive an email from ourselves, do not think that we are not interested or the courses are full. It can sometimes just be a computer glitch. We have thousands of students who've made applications, etc., across all our centres. Every now and again, the computer glitches and emails that should go out do not. So as soon as you see our centres are open, please do come in, whether you've got a conditional offer, a firm offer, or you've just made an application and want to speak to one of us. So the enrolment process will start in August. But in the meantime, if you're interested, you need to go online and complete an application. When you complete the application, you will then be invited into another talk, or you will be invited to come in and have a one-to-one interview. Strongly recommend coming in to have a one-to-one interview. You're all very distinct. You've all got very specific questions that you're asking. You've all got very specific needs. So to be able to meet that by meeting us one-to-one at any of the centres, you will be able to ask the questions that are relevant to yourselves and then move on. So by all means.
I've just seen a question about how many days is the skin needling level 4 course. So the certificate, I understand, is over 1 day. I'm not sure how many weeks. So again, that would be when you apply for the course online, that will give you the information and tell you how many weeks this course will run for. I've seen another question for level 2 nails course. Is it a standalone or is it part of beauty? So if you're looking at doing nail enhancements, this would be a standalone course because it's only in the nail technology course. If you're doing beauty, then it's manicure and nail art. Whereas with the nail technology course, it's the manicure, the pedicure, the nail art and the nail enhancement. So if you're looking at actually applying nails to the hand, then that would be the standalone nail course. So we have the full-time here at Tottenham, and they also have the full-time at Finsbury Park.
We've got a question, Maria, regarding what will I have to do after if I do a nail service in VQ diploma in September, and they are 18 now. They are, correct me, you're still eligible to do the level 3 as an adult.
If it's your first level 3. So if it's your first level 3, the first level 3 you do should be a free course. If you have a level 3 qualification that you've done previously in something else, then I think if you then apply for another level 3 course, then I think it's an application for a loan.
We've got somebody asking, do we offer fast-paced level 3 hairdressing if they've already got level 2?
I don't think so. I think they're full-time for both. But if you're an adult and you have some experience already, when you do these courses, I think it is possible to fast track. So you can finish the course quicker than the full 37 weeks. So if you are working within the industry, you do have lots of experience, it is a possibility for you to finish the course quicker than starting in September and finishing in July.
I've just received a question regarding summer holidays. A number of you will be away in August when we start enrolling. Our term begins in September. So as long as you've notified us to tell us that you are away on holiday, if you've been given a conditional offer or a firm offer, we will hold your place. And if you let us know when you'll be back, but term does start first week in September. So you can enroll up until just before college opens in September if you are going to be away. It's just a case of communicating and letting admissions know that you are actually away. So somebody's obviously, when the school year begins, in September. It finishes in the last week of June, first week of July. It is 37 weeks. We do break up for the school holidays, so that ties in quite well. So you get your half terms, you get your Christmas break, your Easter break, etc. And it's 37 weeks of teaching. If you do have experience, once you start doing clients, some people do finish before the 37 weeks. It's entirely up to the individual, how enthusiastic they are, how many clients they do, etc. It's a very individualized learning. Initially, everybody learns at the same pace when the input occurs. So you're all taught your skills, you are all encouraged, you all start working on your clients, and different people have different strengths. And then as you progress, you each discover your strengths, and the courses are developed to build around those strengths so that you can qualify.
So I have someone here that's asked if the nail technology is also a 9 till 5 on the full day, which is yes. So practical days would be from 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And somebody else has asked, if you do a level 2, do you need experience with the level 1? That would depend on your previous qualifications. Doesn't have to just be in hair and beauty, and your GCSE or your CSE grades. It is possible to go straight into a level 2 without a level 1, but again, it's individual and on your past grades and qualifications that you've achieved already.
Okay, and I have a question. I have a conditional offer on a secured conditional offer. When do we know if my place is secured? Please come in during enrolment and your place is secured. If you don't have experience, then yes, start at level 2. And somebody's asking about, they don't have GCSEs, but they've got level 3 and 5 diploma in fitness and sports massage. You would need to have your basic qualifications in cutting hair. You would need to have your facial skin care. So you've got your massage qualification, but that wouldn't be enough to enroll on a level 3 beauty because you do not have your facial and skincare knowledge, or a level 3 hairdressing because you've not gone through the basics of cutting hair, colouring hair, etc. Level 3 hairdressing is an advanced course for people in the industry, where you learn advanced colouring techniques. It's not about what level course you do, it's about the qualification and the skills you require. So it's not necessarily a lower level, it's not necessarily going backwards. With hairdressing and beauty therapy, it's about building a wall of skills, if you like, going up the ladder. So the actual levels are just technical terms. It's not the same as doing a GCSE or a BTEC or a degree or anything. There's no value to where you start, etc. It's about building up skills that allow you, build you confidence, that give you the techniques that you need to be able to enter the industry. So it's less about what level and more about where you see yourself in 5 years' time. Yeah. So you want to be a hairdresser, you've got to learn how to cut hair, you've got to learn how to colour hair, you've got to learn how to shampoo, style hair, etc. You've done all of that, you then go, right, I can do all of that. Now I need to know what happens if something goes wrong, or to be more advanced in my hairdressing. Fantastic, I've gained those skills, I want to go into management. So it's more about building up skills and knowledge than necessarily what level you enter in. Ultimately, it provides you with what you need to go out into the industry. So that's what we're here for. So it's not necessarily so much about levels as it is about where do you see yourself in 5 years' time and how can we help you get there? What skills, what knowledge do you need to get there in 5 years' time, or a year's time, or 2 years' time? So that's how hairdressing and beauty therapy are done.
I mean, somebody's asked again about the half terms. Yes, we do get half terms in October, in February and in May, the same as the schools. There is a college calendar These are the same days across all of the campuses within Capital City College. And basically, you know, if you're planning holidays, then those holidays would need to be taken during those half-term times. Because even though we say, you know, the courses are a year long, the courses are 37 weeks. So you don't want to be taking any holidays outside of those half terms, because those 37 weeks become less and less and less, and you don't get the information you need. You don't get the time to practice. You don't get the time to complete your assessments. So it's really important that your attendance stays above the minimum target, which at the moment is 90%. So like we said, it's 37 weeks. It's not a full year qualification. And all of our courses are completed within that 1 year. We don't have any 2-year courses, 3-year courses. So if you need to come in and you want to do a level 3 qualification, but you don't have any previous qualifications or previous experience that would get you straight into the level 3, if you're depending on your English levels, if you're needing to do level 1, you would do your level 1 in 1 year, you would do your level 2 in the next year, you would do your level 3 in the 3rd year. So within those 3 years, you've then got all of the qualifications that you need to then go and get your practitioner's license for hairdressing or for beauty, nails, barbering, theatrical makeup, whichever your kind of pathway, your choice of pathway is.
So what we want to sort of leave you with is we've given you a taster. We've given you lots of information on all the courses and all the levels, etc. But what we'd really like to leave you is to say that hair and beauty is accessible to everybody. You do not have to have GCSEs. You can be 16 to 18. If you don't achieve your GCSEs, that's not a problem. You come here to college and you do your GCSEs alongside your vocational course. All the courses are designed to fit your abilities, and we work with you with those abilities. So for some people, they start at level 1, they build up their abilities, their confidence, their skills, they achieve their maths and their English, and their confidence grows, and they achieve their qualification in hairdressing and beauty therapy. As Maria said, you gain your license to be a practitioner. But there isn't any hard and fast rule. The courses are accessible to everybody, and we provide a level, we provide a course that suits the individual's needs. And that's what we really want to share with you today, that it's more about finding where you can start and what you need to do to complete, rather than hard and fast rules about what you've got to do to get into each level, etc. So we will be starting our enrolments in August. We'd love to see you all then. We can answer all your questions there. And I'm sure between myself, Maria and Deborah, if one centre isn't able to meet your needs, the other centres will. They're completely transferable. It doesn't matter whether you end up on my desk at Enfield, but the course that suits you is in Tottenham, or whether vice versa, you're in Tottenham or Finsbury Park. We work between all 3 centres to provide a place that suits you, that meets the needs that you're looking for and where you see yourself in your career in hair and beauty. We're here to provide you with the support and the skills that you need to achieve your dreams, really. And I'd like to think that most people who want to do hair and beauty, you know, ultimately they've got big plans for themselves, and we're here to help you with those.
I've got another question about the dress code and how much do we need to pay for the kits. So again, the dress code is, you know, while you're in practical classes, you need to be wearing your tunic provided by us, and either your black trousers or your black skirt. But in your theory lessons, then you can actually wear what you want to wear. The dress code is specifically for the practical units only, because we are not able to assess you if you're not in uniform. The kits, we provide the kits and everything you need for your courses on campus. So if you're doing hairdressing, we will provide you with a mannequin. If you're doing a level 2, level 3 qualification, we will provide you with a mannequin and scissors, and then all of the combs, the brushes, all of the electrical equipment, everything else you would need to get you through your qualification will be provided on site in the class. So if you're then wanting to practice your skills at home, then it's advisable then for you to start adding you know, all of the tools and equipment yourself for you to practice at home. Because while you're on site in, you know, in either of the 3 campuses, all of your resources are provided to you here in the college. Electrical equipment, we can only use college equipment. No one can bring in their own equipment from home because it hasn't been health and safety checked and PAT tested, and we need to, you know, make sure that health and safety is fully covered. If there are, you know, if there happens to be any accidents or anything like that, the PAT testing then covers the college through the college's insurance. If you're bringing your equipment in and something happens, it hasn't been tested by the college, it's not compatible with the insurance policy. So everything you need for your courses is provided by us. If you then choose to start buying and adding your own kits for you to then practice your skills and develop your skills even further outside of college, then that's up to you. And it's also advisable, because if you're only practicing when you're in college, it's only 1 day a week. It's not enough really for you to develop your skills to then go and work in industry. And this is why having work experience is also a very, very important part of the program, because you practice your skills here, you have work experience, you practice your skills in work experience. If you've got your own kit, you're then practicing at home with your friends and your family. And, you know, before the course is finished, you know, your skills are where they need to be. You've got to think, you know, once you're qualified, you're going to be out there with everybody else looking for a job within the industry. So your skills have to be at that top end for you to get that job above everybody else.
Again, people are asking about practical theory split. The courses are 50-50. What we always try to provide is 1 full day in the salon where you are literally immersed in your course, whether it's hair or beauty, and then your other 2 days are split between your theory units, which are just as important, because nobody wants to turn someone's hair orange instead of blonde, and nobody wants to cause anybody an allergy through their beauty treatment. So theory is very, very important. But we do love to give everybody a whole day where you're immersed in the salon. So that's how the split is done. And enrolments will start in the end of August. College normally opens around the week of it'll be either the 18th or 19th of August. That's when our doors will open, and that's when we would love to see you all to come in and enroll. If you keep an eye out on your emails that are coming through from the admissions team, they have all the details of everything you need to bring in with you to get your enrolment done. That's when you'll then receive your lanyard. You will receive confirmation of your timetables, and you can speak to us and ask us all questions. You can change your mind about which course you would like to be on. So if you've enrolled on a course and then looked into it and it's not quite the right thing for you, they're big choices to make, especially when you're 16 to 18 and you're looking to get your foot in the ladder and build a career in something. So enrolments, as soon as our doors are open in August, it would be lovely to see you all to come in and enroll. And then courses normally start, official teaching day normally starts the first week in September. This year it may be the 3rd of, where are we? The September. 3rd, oh, yeah, the 2nd or 3rd of September will be the first teaching weeks. So that's when you need to be back from your holidays, and enrolment will start the week before that. If you need to change any details, I've seen somebody's asking about their actual applications, then you need to email through the admissions team. So any emails you've received back from them.
And then somebody's written about if they've changed their email address, who do they contact? Again, if you contact the admissions team, they will be able to change your email address on the system. So at least when the email confirmations come out about enrolments and inviting you in for the enrolment process, then it will go to the correct address.
And for those of you who are asking, we do have subject talks that we do face-to-face. So if you go online, you can book a subject talk face-to-face, and then you can receive your decision. And then, as somebody's rightly pointed out, they need to give notice at work. By all means, if you go online, you can book an appointment for a face-to-face at any one of the centres. and they are transferable between the 3 centres. We do all work very closely together. And as we said, our level 3 beauty this year in theatrical makeup are supporting our level 3 hairdressers to put on an end of year show where they'll be showcasing their creative side.
So someone has asked if they can reserve a place on the level 4 advanced aesthetics if they provide their level 3 certificates once it is issued in July. So if it's an internal qualification, then that discussion can be done with your tutor, and they should be able to progress you into the level 4. It is from then yes, provide your certificates when you come in for enrolment, and that should help you with your progression onto the level 4.
And as I said earlier on, you do not need any prior experience to join the hair and beauty team. We will teach you everything you need to know. So again, people get, do you need experience before joining level 2 beauty therapy? No, you do not need experience before joining level 2 beauty therapy. Your level 1 courses, which Maria discussed initially, are what we deem to be our foundation levels. So they are for learners who have a lower level of English, who may have had time out of school, who may not be sure what they want to achieve, etc., who need time to re-engage, if you like, with learning, to re-engage with attending, to re-engage with the whole learning process. So we've got a lot of young learners out there who may have been disenchanted with school, who may have been disengaged, who may have been homeschooled, and our level 1 course provides a safe, secure place where they can re-engage with teaching, they can learn to come into college with attendance, etc., and actually do something that they really enjoy along their maths and English. It stimulates them, it gets you re-engaged in the whole learning process. And then our level 2 courses are where we then give you your qualifications to study in the industry. But it's not a hard and fast rule. And when we do meet a person, we view a person's needs and a whole person's background, etc. So we like to take everybody in and provide what we can for them. So please do not worry. If you have reserved a place on a level 1 course or a level 2 or a level 3, please do not stress about what you've actually booked in for. Okay, that's a conversation we'll have together and decisions that we can make together. So please do not worry. The main thing is to get yourselves an application so that you're on the system, so that you receive our emails, you receive our invitations to talks that we're having, to anything that the college is putting on, so that you receive your invitation to come in and enroll, so that you get all the details that you need across all 3 centres. But do not worry about what you've actually applied for across the hair and beauty sector. They're conversations that we can have. The main things that you're on the system and you can receive your emails and come in and see us. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the end of our subject talk now.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
I've just gone over 5 o'clock. So thank you everybody for joining us. And please ensure that you do complete your application forms, and then you will then receive the emails from the college that will invite you in, and we can have those subject talks with you face to face. And like Maria said, if you've applied for the wrong thing, once we've spoken with you, once we've kind of, learned about your background and your previous qualifications, we will be able to put you onto the right course. So there's always a course for somebody.
And it's been lovely chatting with you all today. We will go through your questions and we will answer as many of them as we can. And I look forward to meeting you all in person. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.